The following is a real day in my life. In 24 hours, we made the most out of Vegas.
Driving the family van. That's what I call it. Family van.
Immediately following Nashville, we flew straight to Vegas. And Ryan Pineda, the founder of Wealth Con, asked me if I would speak at the upcoming one in Vegas. I had already spoken there last year and had so much fun. I mean, the audience is massive and super in it to win it that I said absolutely. So we just stopped into Vegas on the way back, meet and greets, podcasts, and I even got a workout in a legendary gym. And it was all possible because of the time I bought back, and this is how I spent it. We landed in Vegas, and the first thing we had to do was hit the gym. What I didn't realize is that it was one of the most legendary gyms in America. I'm Dan.
Russell.
Hey, what's up, dude? It's fun, eh?
I love it.
Yeah, Layla and Alex look great. Yeah, he's all excited to show us some gym equipment he said he got, so I'm pumped. Well, this is fun.
So this is one of the gyms.
Shut up. All right. Dude, we did leg day, man. I would have blasted my legs here. All right.
So help you guys yourself. If there's anything, just holler at him.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell them I love you. You wanna be a...
Here I was working out in the old UFC headquarters. You gotta understand, the same space where Conor McGregor and the Diaz brothers and all these legendary fighters had come to talk to Dana White. It's the same building. We were working out and Trevor and Alex walk in, and I mean, both of them are thick and massive and kind of stoic. They're kind of like two peas in the same pot, and it was like Disneyland for gym bros, and I just happened to have the key.
He's got all the machines, all the plate-loaded stuff for legs, all the weird, intricate machines that nobody ever buys because it's so expensive for the small incremental changes that it makes in your lifting. But he knows machines. And seeing him explain to us how a machine works, he's got decades of experience in the fitness space.
What was that machine you said somebody helped you source? Like a really hard one, the white one.
They're super rare.
And that's old school, like that's 15 years old kind of thing.
Yeah, so this is literally the same dimensions and everything as the Nautilus. It'll get easier at the bottom.
Okay, is this what you do for?
There you go.
Oh!
Right? Now
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, gets lighter. There you go.
So, what do you think that would add in regards to results? Like 10, 15%? Because now you're getting the full...
Your back will get work better in fewer sets doing this.
Fatigue management more than more muscle.
Yeah.
You can build the same muscle with less work, with fewer exercises, more than you build muscle faster.
I lifted way heavier and then learned so much. Dude, well, yeah, and I appreciate you guys coming down and saying hi and opening it up for us, man. It means a lot. It was really cool. Yeah.
Best gym in Vegas.
I cannot think of a better building for them to be in. The old UFC headquarters. Like, that's just awesome. Like, the story writes itself. After hitting the gym, I met with my friend Neil for a podcast. I met Neil because he reached out to me over Instagram, and he was also speaking at the same event, so that was how we coordinated to connect to do his podcast.
Know how to add the captions and the editing, and I don't know how to. So then these are just all roadblocks to you actually hitting post.
Not only that, he's like my notification. Hey, where did somebody post?
Yeah.
Post? So it's not even the editing the caption. It's like.
Thanks so much for doing this, Dan.
Dude, it's an honor. Super fun. Appreciate the convo. All right, that's nobody asked me this. Dude, I never get to talk about this.
Well, I just thought we could do another interview that everyone's seen before, but
I'm pumped because you got some really unique content from me that I know Sam's gonna be happy to clip up.
Dan never talks about that part of his life. He always talks about, his upbringing, everything that doesn't relate to us blowing up on social essentially, and the behind the scenes of that. So after Neil's podcast, I was pretty pumped
The way an interviewer can get unique content for Reels is by asking follow-ups. And the initial question is there to set the frame, but then a follow-up of, do you have a story when that happened? Or when's the last time that happened to you? So I just think that great interviewers can kind of feel and sense a thread, an emotional thread, and they can pull on it because, again, it's not about the content, it's about the content, and does it make the people watching feel something?
No, my pleasure, man.
Thank you, bro. That was a lot of fun. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
After my pod with Neil, we headed back to the hotel to meet with the Wealth Con organizers, which was a lot more difficult than it seemed.
Wealth Con, let's do this. Sorry, I don't know where we're going, but is this it? I don't see Palace, I see Julius. Yeah, see our blind.
Yeah, so we get lost in Vegas for the second time. The first time was when we were in Vegas to interview Dana White, and it took us essentially 25 minutes to find the venue.
Vegas hotels are not normal buildings, okay? They're designed to confuse you. They're way bigger than you anticipate. Your GPS, if you're lucky to have a map, will not work. And the best you're doing is trying to ask security guard to security guard to security guard to kind of point in the general direction of where you're trying to eventually end up. It is fascinating. As a speaker trying to get to an event when you got no time and you're supposed to be on stage, it stresses me out.
And once we got there, I mean, it was cool. We went backstage, hung out with Ryan and his team.
My favorite part about events like WealthCon is Ryan has such a great team that he's able to like hang out.
How did you guys get
Well, this is what he's telling.
Yeah, so like I ignored the first couple, and then finally Pete Vargas, you know, who I really trust, Pete was like, "No, dude, you're an idiot. You got to meet Dan." And he said to me that, and I was like, "Damn, I'm an idiot." I'm like, this guy is smarter than
There was a moment on the pod where I didn't realize you realized. You're like, shit, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm an idiot. And then we
That's like bromance.
So then I hopped into the podcast room, which was right outside the event where I was speaking at.
I was actually watching one of your YouTubes now, and this is how I know it's working, because my feed gets recommended your stuff now. That never used to happen. I've been at Carlos's event. That, you know, I was
that went pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, so that video was really good, but can you talk about some of the concepts from that speech?
Small business entrepreneurs are small businesses because they don't value their time.
Right.
And they usually try to spend time to save money. Problem is you're supposed to spend money to save time.
And then the other thing I shared that I know people really loved was the 1-3-1 rule, which is how to push decisions down to people that have the most information about the decision, but do it in a way where you feel like you're at least in the loop and that they evaluated or considered all the options. I actually don't care what the decision is. I want to know that you at least like slow down, because it's, you know, if you're going to spend 50 grand, like tell me, how did you come to that specific decision? So that's where the 1-3-1 rule comes in, and that's, I think, why the video did so well.
Yeah.
Right after the podcast, it was time to hit the stage. Before I go on stage, I do this very simple thing. I close my eyes and I pray and ask God to use me to serve the people in this room. Just use me at the highest capacity, whatever you need me to do, please use me, please channel whatever message, whatever energy, whatever moments need to be amplified. I am a vessel to be used to serve other people, and that is my prayer, that is my intention. And then I go on the stage and I do what I do. And honestly, a lot of what you'll see anytime I speak comes from the heart.
Just tell your story. I'm not gonna stand up here and teach you stuff I read in a book. I can only teach you what worked for me. I'm gonna tell you where I started, the journey, and my desire is to help other people through that process. Why? When we help other people, we help ourselves. And if you do that, here's what'll happen. That vision board that you've helped those team members create, that hopefully they now have on their phones, your reputation, being a great person that strives, and your reach by helping other people will make all of their dreams come true. Guys, thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so Darren killed it.
I mean, obviously, I felt like it went well. I could tell the audience was there with me. as I was sharing the stories and kind of going deep and then coming up and telling jokes, like, you can tell when you're in the pocket, but the feedback I got afterwards, it was bananas.
Where's that about? I've been working on that for months. Thank you so much.
We went to do a book signing. There was an endless lineup of people just waiting to get book signed.
Is this everybody? Yeah. You ain't going home, man. Oh. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I ended up signing books for as long as I spoke. Seeing the people not only come up that had read the book, the stories of how it's impacted their lives. I met families with their kids, their team members. I mean, there's nothing better as an author than meeting a reader.
You're looking good, man.
Thanks, a lot of work.
Weird question. What kind of shirt is that?
It's called Kitten Ace, okay? So I only wear Kitten Ace.
Yeah, Kitten Ace, time to sponsor me. All right. A, we should do a collab. B, you should put me on your payroll. I just keep telling people about your product, so it's about time you get me part of your program. In a deep way. I don't want no influencer deal here. I want to be part of the business. You should want me part of your business. Just saying.
So then we pull up to the speaker dinner, and Tim Grover's there, and I've read all his books. I'm a huge fan of him. And Dan goes over to him and shakes his hand, and he says, Dan, you wrote a great book.
I'm a big fan. Dan Lytle. Nice to meet you. Great book. How's mama? Stop. Dude, I read both your books.
And I'm like, how is this happening right now?
I didn't even know Tim knew my name, let alone had read my book. When you do any creative project, you have aspirations for what it could be, but you just don't expect it. So when it happens, it kind of throws you back.
It was a big full circle moment for me where it just confirmed the mission that we're on, the things that we're doing are what we need to do.
Vegas was a huge success for me for many reasons. One, I got to make some new friends, other speakers at the event. Two, I had an opportunity to create content and get in front of audiences that otherwise I wouldn't on the podcast. Training at the best gym in Vegas and just enjoying the city that never sleeps, man. Vegas is a vibe. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get notified. Click the notification bell so you never miss a video. But more importantly, write a comment below letting us know what you like, what you'd like to see more of. How could we make these videos even better for you? And I'll see you in the next video.